have the soul and you do have the heart. And how do we do that? Well, baby, radiating that love. That love that comes from you, and then we amplify it and radiate it back to you, and then you ship it on back. I mean, and it gets to be a big old loop, and it just gets more and more expansive. The love just gets broader and broader and broader as we broadcast on through the night, taking our little flight right here in the heart, getting way up high, sharing this radiant love everywhere, babies. We become that expansive here in the middle of the night. The light that shines bright, the beacons of love, babies. Oh, you got some power, babies. You got some life. You got some reality, and you got some truth, babies. Share it wherever you can. Let yourself be seen and known in this energetic sense. Let your presence be felt. Hide no more down there at the corner store, the corner bar and grill, whatever it is that's been keeping you still. Rise up, babies. Be the reality, the angels of love that you sincerely are. Radiate this light into this reality here in the middle of the night, babies, and you got it just right. You got it in the heart, and you got everyone else going on with the big start, babies. We activate our portals of love, our portals of truth this way. In other words, the grid comes back together again here, visibly on this planet Earth. You're going to be amazed at what you see as our time continues here to run out. As the hourglass of the ages finally runs out of sand in its upper half, the last few grains pouring through now. That's the significance of the steps we're taking right now, here in the middle of the night on the Coyote Medicine Show, the Midnight Flight, and in the Great Daylight. Babies, we just keep flying and flying, and babies, it just keeps rising up inside of you and everyone else too. It is unavoidable. The reality of truth has been brought to this earth, and it is flooding it, pouring in, and not just through avenues such as myself and yourself, but avenues all around this earth, these portals, as we say, all open. That means the love is pouring in, babies. And as we say, portals with the stars, the sun, the radiance of transformation, radiance of ascension right there, bringing it forward inside. If you just walk down the street for 10 minutes and get some sun, babies, you're going to be even better at this. It helps smooth out your energy, get you in the flow, man. The sun is in the know. And babies, if you can get some good soaking time out there in the sun, oh, what a great time that is. What a great time to be alive. For that radiance, no matter how much pollution is in the sky or how blocked it may be, the radiance comes through, babies. And this you do feel. And it warms you from the inside out. The love of the sun for the Mother Earth and all of her children. The sun and the Father Sky, joined in union, joining completion in union with the children of this earth, the mother that is the earth. Babies, it's stuff that dreams are made out of, stuff we could only think of as philosophy and theory and a great aspiration. But it's here and it's happening, it's now and it's real. It's you and it's me, and we're all bringing it back together. And yes, indeed, we're gathering. Yes, indeed, gathering. We're gathering the hearts from everywhere, together now in the full presence of truth. A reunion such as we have never seen before. A gathering of souls from across the vastness of creation. Each and every one having at least one or two representatives here, and many more to come. The party's on at our place as we ascend. The celebration will go on for a good long while, babies. Our hearts are about to become completely free, dancing, happy, as carefree as they could ever be, yet caring very deeply for all that they see, knowing the reality of truth in everything, feeling the substance of life in all that lives, feeling it in motion, feeling its divine harmony and vibration, feeling the richness and being awake and able to live and express in such a myriad of ways. What a divine tapestry indeed. Creation. Wow. And there we are at the center part of this creation, from which it expands outwards. We've kind of contracted it. We're pulling everything right down through this little funnel, which is kind of like a birth canal. But when we burst out the other side, and babies were there already, we're coming out of it and we're starting to fly, baby. We expand more in consciousness, in creation, than has ever been done. And we allow feeling where it's never been felt before. We share truth where it's only been hidden before. We share love with everything, everywhere. We become the fullness of that love here in our hot little hearts, babies. This little human love bunnies that we are, man. Hopping around here in the Garden of Eden now, babies. You know, that's what it's becoming. Paradise, babies. Woo-wee. You thought you had it easy before. Well, give up the good times, baby. And let's roll with what's really great, man. To heck with good, it ain't good enough. Great's gotta be, babies. And so great's what you see. Great's what you are. Great is who you be, babies. That's just a matter of history now. Because it's already happened right here. In this moment we just walked through. And the many others before it, and the many others to come, babies. You're living in the now, babies. You're in the presence of your own truthful heart. You have finally established an anchor there. And now you'll begin to understand just what the hell life is. You weren't getting it before, babies. Though you sure could love your way into it and out of it. And it's beautiful. But now the anchor is planted in the heart. And babies, everything extends from there. It's a whole new way of being, a whole new way of seeing, babies. Ooh-wee. And you ain't seen the levels yet that you're going to be living in. Wow. But guess what? As we expand to each and every one of them, we purify those energies steady as we go. That's why we're transforming inside now. Many of us feeling the fire of life, probably for the first time in many, many centuries, eons of time, babies. Some of the hardest and coldest hearts now becoming some of the brightest. Because that's just how it be, babies. Disguises everywhere in this life, but the eyes of truth can see and understand and see beyond the disguised mystery. And live in that truth. It's love, you see, in angelic form everywhere. Noble beings all across this earth. Billions of them, man. Billions and billions of them. Can you imagine the power of an awakened mass of humanity? The power of this great... Can you imagine? Look what we do when we're in our destructive modes. Look how creative we are. Imagine when our heart is completely free and joined unitedly. Imagine what we're capable of, babies. It makes warfare look like a pipsqueak in the sandbox with a little steam shovel. You know, babies, reality is the truth, and power is in the truth, and in the heart that creates the truth, which creates the reality, which creates the experience within the reality. The heart reigns supreme here. And inside of that heart, the steady flame of the mother's love that keeps us alive and going through all of our moments in time. And now that steady flame becomes expansive and powerful right along with the rest of us. You babies, oh darlings, this is a good time to be gathering it together inside of yourself. You can expect to see this reflection very dynamically in this reality. As you continue to gather within, babies, the gathering happens without, too, outside yourself. And all over the earth there are these magical spots where people of heart are already gaining some ground, already starting to show up and gather, the first wave coming. And the second and third, babies, this is going to be the funnest little awakening you ever could have created for yourselves. We get these little groups together, they share their energy of love across the earth. Wham, it's here. Might even get here before they do, who knows? But it's the coalescence of heart that this represents that makes it all real. In other words, when I say coalescence, that's all hearts united. Grokked together. Grok meaning to meld, to merge, to be, to feel and experience the fullness of another in the presence of yourself. And then all of it. That's grok. You go from the presence of one into the presence of all. That's grok. Grok is when you're living in reality. Grok is when you're experiencing the truth of the love dynamic that we share between us, all of us. We're unlocking the keys to the heart tonight, babies. Setting them free so they can always see their way through the dynamic of mystery and see the reality, the pure, soft, sweet love inside of everything. The dynamic, expansive truth. Ooh-wee! I can't say it enough. Ooh-wee! Babies, it's good to be free. Even here at the Rocky Mountain High here in good old Crestone, Colorado, and all across this earth, babies, oh, it's nice to experience this birth. Best darn birth this old midwife ever attended. You know, you didn't know I was that, did you? Well, I do that too, babies, but only in your dreams. This is a birth of your dreams, baby. This is the dreams that have created the reality. The dreams that you dream in your heart way. You know, you will realize incredible synchronicity here. You will begin to remember how much we've all worked together here. I mean, we've been off to council and confabs all over the place as we've been going through this process. When we're sleeping, babies, we're busy little critters, you know, our little souls go and start to negotiate the items and elements for the next day, let alone the bigger picture. I mean, you know, man, you cannot believe how tied together we are. Yet as the consciousness expands, hell yeah, you believe it, you live it. You don't have to believe it, you know. That's my thing too, beliefs. Oh, baby, just as a sidebar here. Beliefs, fiction. Trying to take a theory, a fiction, and create a reality of it because it sounds good to you and you're very convinced. But it's still a fiction. It's still a theory. Even when you put it in motion and give it substance, it's based on that theory, see? But when you move beyond belief, what do you move into? Living. If something is real in your life and you're living it, well, ain't that good enough? You don't need nobody to tell you about that or explain it to you or help you find your way through. You got it. You're living in it. Babies, we live in paradise. You just are beginning to realize that now as your heart grasps upon this energy hungrily. And again, reawakens again for the 35th time tonight, man. Right here on the Coyote Medicine Show. Only on the Hazy Radio Network. Your ticket to flight, babies. We get your heart just right. Open and see. Wow. Come live in these high places. Not necessarily in altitude, but in consciousness. Come be with us on the tops of the tallest pinnacles of truth. Living in the great flow of love, the grand wind which blows through all and creates uniformity of heart, equity everywhere. Again, that spiritual tidal wave of love. Radiated and begun right here in Crestone, Colorado, amplified all across this earth. It's growing and growing and growing, babies. Ooh, there is no resisting it. There's no refusing it. Your life is coming into being now. Wow, and why would you want to resist something like that? Why would you want to give up the hard times? I mean, why don't you want to give up the hard times? Why would you want to hang on to them? Oh, because they're not so hard? Babies, you ain't seen it soft and easy until you see this ride. The heart will always treat you right and give you the time, the energy, the space to grow as you need to, as is necessary to become what you need to be and be what you are, and to create massively in this reality great extensions of your love. Some of the moments of love we've known romantically here are barely elements of a beginning, of something far more expansive. It's still livid as innocence, babies. So as innocent beings, I mean. So understand, it comes forward much differently than you would think. And it's good that it does, babies. Wow. Because then we can dance and play our way right on through it. And life is just a dream, a beautiful breeze of love in motion, a depth of feeling and heart such as we've never known before. Not ever. Ripen into being by what? The richness in the darkness. The experience with what we thought was darkness. Which was really just contrariness, just us being extremely opposite and extremely opposed inside of ourselves. Bipolarity? Shoot, everybody's got bipolar. Ain't no one of them that don't. But babies, as you meld, as you grok, wow. It's the end of that kind of dualistic crap now, ain't it, man? No more that confounded insanity that's been taking us down all over the place, clown. Kind of run in the family there for a while, I think. Babies, we're setting it all free. We're coming back not only into the supremacy of health, but emotional well-being such as you've never known. Emotion, feeling. Deep, beautiful, rich, luxurious feeling. Yeah, now I know you're getting it. Yeah, see, let that one grow. Let that one grow. Wow, babies. Ah, man. We're getting it. We're getting it. Yeah, babies, it's good to be alive, dude, like I say. Every day and every night, right here on the Coyote Medicine Show. Wow. Wow. These are the times we've lived for forever. Welcome home, babies. Welcome back to the reality of your truthful and loving heart. Here we goes, baby. Here we go.